Hi there. My name is Tim Cornish, and I'm an English as a second language teacher. The following is a lesson that is being put on video for educational purposes only. It's November 2014, and Calgary and Hamilton will be playing against each other for the Grey Cup this weekend. So it's going to be played in Vancouver, and the Calgary Stampeders will be playing the Hamilton Tiger Cats for the championship, for the Grey Cup. Okay, so the vocabulary that we're going to need for today's lesson is downfield, popular, amateur, professional, finalist, winner, championship, league, awarded, determine, donated, officially, varsity, largely, borrowed, accident. So you can use those as pronunciation practice, or you can use those as new vocabulary. You can do whatever you want. So the lesson today is called Grey Cup. Playing for a team in the Canadian Football League is a mark of a good athlete. Being part of a team that wins the Grey Cup is the mark of a true champion. Since 1909, the Grey Cup has been the most prized trophy in Canadian football. It is awarded each year to the winning team in the annual Grey Cup game, when East meets West to determine the champion of the Canadian Football League, the CFL. The Grey Cup was donated in 1909 by Albert Henry George Grey, Canada's Governor-General from 1904 to 1911. Lord Grey, as he was officially called, liked to watch football games played at Ottawa's Varsity Oval Stadium. He decided to give Canada a symbol of his love for football, and he donated the trophy for teams winning the Amateur Rugby Football Championship of Canada. The 18-inch high mug was produced by Burke's Jewelers for an original cost of $48. Football is a strange name for a sport played largely with the hands, but it borrows many of its rules from kicking games dating back to ancient Rome and Greece. Modern football was said to be invented quite by accident when, in a soccer game, a player picked up the ball and ran downfield. In truth, the game was probably developed from the sport of rugby, made popular in England in the early 1800s. Although it is widely thought of as an American pastime, football was popular with amateur sportsmen in Canada long before Lord Grey's Cup was first presented. Amateur rugby leagues were formed across the country as early as the 1870s. The two finalists for the first Grey Cup contest were determined in playoff games between three Eastern Canadian football unions: the Big Four, the Ontario Rugby Union, and the Intercollegiate. On December 4th, 1909, Toronto University defeated Toronto Parkdale 26-6 to become the first Grey Cup champions. From 1909 to 1920, only teams from the three Eastern football unions met to challenge for the Cup. That changed in 1921 when the Toronto Argonauts met the Edmonton Eskimos, making the game a truly national final. In 1935, Winnipeg sparked a fierce East-West rivalry by becoming the first Western team to win the Canadian Championship and the Grey Cup. Although Lord Grey donated the cup for amateur competition, football was well on its way to becoming a professional sport when the Canadian Football League was formed in 1958. The new league meant amateur teams were no longer able to compete for the Grey Cup, but the popularity of the game still grew rapidly across Canada. The government hailed football as a benefit to national unity, and in 1962, Parliament decreed that both major Canadian television networks must make the transmission of the game available to the other so that all regions of the country could see it. In 1993, the CFL expanded into the United States, making the Sacramento Gold Miners the first non-Canadian team in the league. With the 1994 addition of teams in Las Vegas, Baltimore, and Shreveport, Louisiana, Canada's national trophy could soon wind up in an American trophy case. So, November 30th, 2014, Sunday, the Calgary Stampeders will be playing against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. So you'll be needing some V8 juice, a cup, some mountain mix, and a group of friends to get together and watch the game. Enjoy Canadian football. That's it for Tim Cornish, November 2014.